Welcome to the Skyrim Mod Lexicon. Dwarven Colossus by Mihail. After watching the Elder Scrolls Online trailer for Morrowind, Mihail decided to make his own version of the Dwarven Colossus. He designed his based on not only the trailer, but also official concept art by Corey Loving. He did his best with what he had to work with, and I came away pretty impressed. I think he really nailed the arms, the smoke pumps, and definitely the scale in comparison to the player. There is only one Colossus and it resides in Blackreach. Mihail says the Dwarven Colossus is boss tier and far more powerful than Centurions. This thing is huge! And he wasn't lying when he said it was powerful, so make sure you have some decent gear. For Skyrim Special Edition users, Mihail has you covered and has released one for that as well. As a bonus, I'll drop a link to Corey Loving's concept art blog. You may see something you like, or even recognize. This next one is another in Mihail's series of immersive add-ons. This time, Mihail drew inspiration from the Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion. My favorite part about this mod is the little details in each of the Minotaurs' appearance. There are 4 different kinds you'll encounter. Starting at the bottom, you'll encounter the common Minotaur. Like the giants their animations are based on, the common Minotaur has an exposed upper body and is lightly armored. On his back, you'll find a large stack of sticks, or a stick stack, whatever, it's just a bunch of sticks. Next up is the Minotaur Lord. The Lord variant comes equipped with iron armor and a steel helmet. On his back, he'll be carrying a barrel, sticks, and a sleeping roll. Not to be outdone, the Minotaur Gladiator is mostly decked out in steel armor. He wields 2 weapons and has a shield on his back. This one is probably my favorite one simply because of how savage the barrel full of weapons is. They're the trophies from fallen enemies. That's awesome. Lastly, we have the Minotaur Shaman. Wielding a shield in the left hand and fire magic in the right, the Shaman proved to be pretty tough. He's unique for having an almost Forsworn and Troll Hunter mashup of armor. You'll see fur, skulls, and an urn. Much like the Dwarven Colossus, Mihail has been nice enough to port this to Skyrim Special Edition as well. There's a lot of imagination and effort in Mihail's mods, and you should definitely check out his others as well. Succubus-san by RxKX22. Alright, the first thing I liked about this mod is that the mod author describes her as Succubus-ish. Succubus-san is a standalone follower who can be found within the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun. When you install her, a faux mod will show up and it'll let you choose between a UNP or CBBE version. You'll then get to pick whether you want her skin in 2K or 4K resolution. By default, she's wearing a dark mage and or vampire type outfit. It's pretty modest, almost too modest. So to spice things up, I'll show you what she looks like with the Royal Hunting Outfit by Karter, a Russian modder. I'll be sure to drop a link to that in the video description as well. Für the Motherland, am I right? Sorry. Back to Succubus-san. She is marriageable, essential, and her attacks are pretty similar to Serana. You're going to see a lot of red lightning bolts, conjuration spells, and, of course, the drain spell. I can't help but be reminded of Mao Yusha, an anime about a demon queen who forms an unlikely relationship with the hero. Anyway, if you prefer human teeth over fangs and human ears over pointy, you can change these under the optional file section as well. RxKX22 continues to make unique and fun followers for Skyrim, and you should definitely check out his others.
Let's get going. I'm right behind you.
Fenrir Blades by Billyro and JayCrane. This mod adds 4 identical blades to Skyrim: a dagger, a short sword, a long sword, and a great sword. The long sword in particular can be found at a new shrine overlooking Sarthal. I think JayCrane did an awesome job with the shrine. It brought back some fond memories of The Legend of Zelda. Once you remove the longsword from the pedestal, you can then take the blade to any forge and melt it down into a Fenrir ingot. This ingot will then allow you to create any of the 4 variants of the mod. The sword textures are in 4K and the stats are roughly ebony. Under the optional files section, you'll find a black leather version and a patch for dual sheath redux. Kudos to Billyro for not only making this for Skyrim Classic, but also for Skyrim Special Edition users as well. Keep up the good work, Billyro. I'm always down for some more shiny blades. Notification Log by Utopium. Not gonna lie, this mod is pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to show it to you anyway because I think it's pretty neat. This mod adds a log of notifications that usually appear in the top left corner of the game. This includes when you pick up an ingredient, acquire a bounty, random quest notifications, frostfall stuff, and I imagine the list goes on and on forever. It only keeps the most recent 128 messages, so you don't have to worry about it keeping too many over time. I think it's a pretty clever mod that will benefit those who like to keep tabs on notifications, have a poor memory like me, or miss a message in the heat of battle. Now, if I really wanted to use that mod though, I'd definitely want it higher in my list of MCM menus. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of those. I'm lazy. I get tired of having to scroll all the way down to XPMSE, which is at the bottom. That's where this next mod comes into play. MCM Custom Order, also by Utopium. This mod is amazing! It's one of those mods I can't believe we lived without all this time. You simply go into the MCM menu for Custom Order, and then you send the menus you want to see to the top of the list, and the menus you don't to the bottom. Once you're satisfied with the new order, you hit Apply Custom Menu Order and voila! This will save you time and keep all the relevant menus where you want them. If you haven't already, please check out Utopium's other mods. They are incredibly useful for any playthrough. The mod supports up to 120 MCM menus, but if you have that many, you're probably doing it wrong. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Skyrim Mod Lexicon.